Hi, it's Shelly, and welcome to my channel. What are we doing today? In today's video, I'm going to try and explain to the best of my ability and with the limited information I've been able to find on this topic about the development of the town of Puerto Morelos and the way it's laid out and what the various neighborhoods and colonies mean. So to aid me in this explanation, I'm going to use this free map that I received from Mapa Guia del Puerto, and it was distributed in around December of 2022. So I'm going to use some visuals from this map in order to show you about the different colonials and things. I'm going to give a little bit of history here of Puerto Morelos. I apologize for having to refer to my notes here. I don't have this all memorized, and I really want to make sure I get my facts as close to the facts as possible rather than trying to go from my memory. So Puerto Morelos was originally part of a Mayan territory and was colonized by the Spanish in the late 1800s and was known originally as Punto Corcho. In 1910, the census showed the population at 76 people, and it was the only coastal community that had postal service and telephone service at the time. In 1921, an influenza epidemic reduced the population to just 28. In 1923, gum warehouses were built, and the town consisted of a single line of wooden houses as well as a fishing dock. By the 1950s, the population has grown to about 80 inhabitants. It was around that time that people were starting to migrate from other parts in the Yucatan Peninsula and other foreign countries to this area of Mexico. With the explosion of tourism in Cancun in the 70s and the resulting growth in the labor force, Puerto Morelos began to grow due to its proximity to Cancun. This began the growth of Joaquin Zetina Gasca, and this area with the opening of the 1st of June Fishing High School in 1971 and the later formation of the Puerto Morelos Cooperative for Fishing Production in 1981. Urban lots were assigned forming what was called a Colonia Pescadores, and it's still known by that name. It was also around this time that the botanical gardens opened as well. Since the 1990s, Puerto Morelos has continued to grow, and the Ruta de Cenotes was starting to be developed. Cenote Verde Lucero was the first to open, with more quickly following. As of 2005, the census showed population at 10,097 portside, 6,629 in the Zetina Gasca neighborhoods, and 108 in the suburbs, for a total of 7,726 inhabitants in Puerto Morelos in 2005. New residential areas to the north end of Zetina Gasca were in full population growth as of 2007. Villas 1, Villas 2, Villas La Playa, and Bucanero neighborhoods increased the population at that time to 10,000 people. In 2016, Puerto Morelos became the 11th independent municipality at a population of 37,099, including Leona Vicario and Central Vallarta. The newer subdivisions in the north end of Puerto Morelos are now starting to develop. The latest population survey done in 2010 shows 26,921 in Puerto Morelos itself. Portside also started attracting tourists during these time frames, and in 1980 it had 60 hotel rooms, and by 2008 it had more than 5,500, and the development of the town exploded since then. So what does all of this have to do with Manzanas? Well, a block of houses in the development of the town was called a manzana. So each block was assigned a manzana number. Groups of these lots, manzanas, formed colonies like Villas Uno, Villas La Playa, and Villas Dos, like this. Now, with the newer, larger developments, homes are organized into super manzanas, which is a group of manzanas. So when you see that MZA or SMZA number included in your address, that's what it means. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a difficulty finding information about the later development of the town, so it was hard to report specifics for these developments. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.